Stellar value equivalent to 2.470 rands a coin. The present cost range, 2.46 2.666. The earlier day close, 2.302. The change was plus 0.168, plus 0.75%. Reverse rate, ZAR to XLM. Stellar cost expectation for June 2024. Initially cost at 210 rands, excessive cost 221, while low cost 193. The found the middle value of cost 28. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 207, change for June 14%. Stellar estimate for July 2024. First and foremost cost at 207 rands, exorbitant cost 235, while low cost 205. The found the middle value of cost 217. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 220, change for July 63%. Stellar cost expectation for August 2024. First and foremost cost at 220 rands, excessive cost 230, while low cost 2 isn't. We arrived at the midpoint of cost 216. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 215, change for August 23%. Stellar conjecture for September 2024. Before all else cost at 215 rands, excessive cost 233, while low cost 203. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 217. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 218, change for September 14%. Stellar cost expectation for October 2024. Before all else cost at 218 rands, excessive cost 271, while low cost 218. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 240. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 253, change for October 1%. Stellar conjecture for November 2024. At the outset cost at 253 rands, excessive cost 308, while low cost 253. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 276. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 288, change for November 8%. Stellar cost expectation for December 2024. Initially cost at 288 rands, excessive cost 326, while low cost 284. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 301. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 305, change for December 9%. Stellar gauge for January 2025. In the first place cost at 305 rands, exorbitant cost 305, while low cost 246. The found the middle value of cost 280. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 264, change for January 4%. Stellar cost expectation for February 2025. Initially cost at 264 rands, excessive cost 327, while low cost 264. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 290. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 306, change for February 9%. Stellar figure for Walk 2025. Initially cost at 306 rands, excessive cost 332, while low cost 288. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 309. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 310, change for spring 13%. Stellar cost expectation for April 2025. First and foremost cost at 310 rands, exorbitant cost 385, while low cost 310. The found the middle value of cost 341. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 360, change for April 1%. Stellar estimate for May 2025. At the outset cost at 360 rands, excessive cost 392, while low cost 340. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 365. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 366, change for May 17%. Stellar gauge for July 2025. In the first place cost at 372 rands, exorbitant cost 391, while low cost 339. The found the middle value of cost 367. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 365, change for July 19%. Stellar cost expectation for August 2025. Initially cost at 365 rands, excessive cost 453, while low cost 365. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 402. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 423, change for August 9%. Stellar conjecture for September 2025. Before all else cost at 423 rands, excessive cost 423, while low cost 359. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 398. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 386, change for September 7%. Stellar cost expectation for October 2025. In the first place cost at 386 rands, exorbitant cost 442, while low cost 384. The found the middle value of cost 406. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 413, change for October 70%. Stellar gauge for November 2025. In the first place, cost at 413 rands, excessive cost 449, while low cost 391. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 418. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 420, change for November 17%. Stellar cost expectation for December 2025. Initially cost at 420 rands, excessive cost 420, while low cost 342. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 388. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 368, change for December 4%. Stellar figure for January 2026. Initially cost at 368 rands, exorbitant cost 4M, while low cost 348. The found the middle value of cost 373. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 374, change for January 16%. Stellar cost expectation for February 2026. First and foremost cost at 374 rands, exorbitant cost 437, while low cost 374. The found the middle value of cost 398. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 4 and 8, change for February 1%. Stellar conjecture for walk 2026. Before all else cost at 4 and 8 rands. Excessive cost 433, while low cost 377. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 406. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 405, change for spring 0.7%. Stellar cost expectation for April 2026. Before all else cost at 405 rands. Excessive cost 440, while low cost 382. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 410. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 411, change for April 15%. Stellar cost expectation for June 2026. In the first place, cost at 418 rands, exorbitant cost 438, while low cost 380. The found the middle value of cost 411. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 409, change for June 2%. Stellar gauge for July 2026. In the first place, cost at 409 rands, exorbitant cost 507, while low cost 409. The found the middle value of cost 450. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 474, change for July 15.9%. Stellar cost expectation for August 2026. Initially cost at 474 rands, excessive cost 515, while low cost 447. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 479. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 481, change for August 15%. Stellar figure for September 2026. Initially cost at 481 rands, excessive cost 597, while low cost 481. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 529. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 558, change for September